Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's webcast. Hi, guys.
Howdy.
And actually, every single time we are so excited to be talking to the team and knowing that these are things that we can use again and again and again. Even next year, we're talking about topics you can use. And this week's topic is about leadership. How many want to be one of the great leaders upcoming? Hey,
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yahoo.
because the people who are going to be the greatest leaders in within years here in this company are really going to be the ones who are making it big. I mean, most people are starting in this company many times to be making some money. Anybody have that feeling? You want to make some money in Cincino?
Yes. You bet.
Because the people who are working the business now are definitely going to be some of the greatest leaders, because we know that Cincino's going places. Can you feel it, guys, that it's going places?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
and
I love it.
Actually, this just 2 days ago, the interim report came out, and our CEO, Doc Peterson, actually wrote something where he included the U.S. So if you want to go into the stocks and look at what he's writing and seeing, I want you to hear exactly what Doc wrote. He said, after 4 years of hard work with market approach, we now see that the USA is starting to give results. I believe, remember, this is CEO speaking of Cincino. I believe that the USA will be our biggest market within 2 to 4 years and will be leading for our company. USA is the world's biggest direct selling market, and we are appealing to partners because we have a business model that is very customer focused. Did you hear that?
Yeah. That's awesome.
That it's something with just 2 to 4 years from now, guys, and time is going to go by anyway. So if you look at where this business is going, then it's about what we're doing now to be one of those leaders. So it's about learning the ropes, and it takes time. We know that it takes time to learn. So if you're getting started in this business new, or if you've been in a while, we know that it takes time to build the business. It takes time to learn things. I think we all can agree. Don't you think? Doesn't it take time?
Yes.
Absolutely.
And
Definitely.
it's about learning the principles that it takes. And one of the things that our company teaches on is what Hilda has been saying, and that is the 6 pillars. And the 6 pillars are: learn to get customers yourself, then teach your team to get customers. Learn to get partners yourself, teach your team to do partners. And learn to do the personal development, so you're teaching yourself, and then you teach your team at the same way. Those 6 pillars, I think that's something everybody can do, but it takes time. It's not something that's, we call it a 2 to 4 year plan, not a 2 to 4 call plan, a 2 to 4 meeting plan. And a lot of people are giving up because they think they can't learn this, or they need to know it from the start. I didn't know this business from the start. I don't think any of us did. It's
No.
No.
So even if you've been in other companies before, this company is also new. Couldn't you guys agree?
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yes, definitely.
I think, like, even for myself, when we got started 5 years ago, I remember having our upline coming, and we had signed up a couple partners, and I thought, okay, I'm going to just tell everybody, you're going to do 10 meetings, you're going to do 10 meetings, you're going to do 10 meetings when they're here. And I remember I told them all exactly what to do. Because I never
How'd that go?
Yeah, how'd that work for you, Carla?
they're not here anymore. I killed them. And I'm really sorry that it was me that had the responsibility to help those partners learn what to do in this business, and it wasn't inspiring. I love that John Maxwell, he says, a leader is one who knows the way, who goes the way, and who shows the way. So it takes time just to know it. Like, Arlo, I think you've done, actually, I know that you've done, I think Jeff and Donna, you guys have too. We've done other companies, but it's different in Cincino. Wouldn't you say it's something that just takes time?
Well, that's what I seen right away too. It was first of all, when I seen Zazino, first of all, we went to Atlanta, and I seen the integrity of the company, of the ownership, of the leadership involved, and I knew this was something special. Just from that day forward, how the owners were, and I could see the potential of this company versus anything I've ever seen. And that's what is exciting for me. And I just talked about that at the last BP, that it's a 3 to 5 year plan before this report even came out. Now they're saying 2 to 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
5 years goes like that when we look back. And so the next 2 to 4 years is just going to be so exciting for us. What I try to tell people too is just get going now, so then we can catch all those people that are going to be coming on board with us. It's going to be so big.
Yeah. And one of the things that we learned, Carla, is that reading the books will help you over some hurdles that everyone has. It helps with your own belief and knowledge on how to handle people, because you're going to be dealing with people. But your biggest hurdle is the one that stares back at you in the mirror every morning. That's your biggest hurdle. So if you can learn to overcome that, and the books and the tapes tapes. I just dated myself, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. And it went just like that, didn't it?
Yeah. But you learn so much just by listening over and over, because what you didn't hear the first time, you're picked up the second time or the third time in the books and stuff, of course. Mm-hmm. So what do you think?
I want to mention too, a couple years back, I was hearing of some new companies that were coming out, and then I watched them start to expand. And I really think that, we just hit our 2-year mark in February, and I really feel that momentum picking up. And I think that this year, this coming year, between now and the next annual event, is really going to be our breaking point, where things are going to get, in a fun way, out of hand. People are starting to, I've heard of Zinzino, and we're starting to create, population within our company, and to me, that's super exciting. Some people say, I called them and they've already heard about it. That's great. Like that means we're growing.
Yeah.
Like, people are hearing about us and still book the meeting. Maybe they didn't hear what you have to say. So I'm super excited for the next coming months. And I have a feeling too, a lot of people are so busy with summer, but we're coming into September. You can feel the fall weather out there. People are motivated, and I know this is going to start to take off big time, like we've all been excited for.
Oh, yeah. Well, Carla, you're saying 2 to 4 years. Mm-hmm. Think back what your people were doing 4 years ago, and it seems like yesterday. So 4 years, looking forward, you think, oh, boy, 4 years, trust me, time goes by way fast, and if you can be a diamond or crown or whatever you want to be, 4 years will go by fast.
I think of that because it was only 5.5 years ago we started, JP and I. We started the business.
There you go.
5 years is just flown by. And being crowned in that amount of time, and to be honest, I know that it's going to get going faster and faster and faster. So it just takes that time, and I still feel that we're learning. We learn all the time. And, so what do you need to do to be one of those leaders who has one of the biggest businesses and has a growing business so that you can get whatever you want? It really is about learning the ropes and learning what it takes. When you get in and you learn, it's about volume in your business. We're a customer-based company. We're proud of that. And all of our income is coming in from people using the products, the fantastic products that we have. So you need to learn to do customer meetings, and you'll get customers, and then you can train other people to do that. So make sure that you're learning. And even now, I still learn every single time I'm meeting other people, and I go to a business presentation, I hear a new thing about it. I hear something about getting partners. I learn something new each and every time. It's getting active. And then doing the personal development. I think we all have to realize how important personal development. Wouldn't you say that that's probably, they say your business doesn't grow faster than you grow. And that's this part. Wouldn't you agree? Or the same?
Right.
I think
Yes.
that's the biggest things. Wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
how can you expect to grow unless you're continually working on yourself?
If you want to earn, you got to learn. You know, if you want to make $1 million a year, whatever your goal is, you got to think like people who make $1 million a year.
Yeah, you gotta listen to the CDs and read the books or the tapes,
Yes.
right, Jeff?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I used to think it was a form of brainwashing, and now it is.
Yeah.
It's washing my
Yeah.
brain and putting the good positive things back in there. So I like to be brainwashed.
Yeah, there you go.
And I've also learned success leaves clues. So I've said that in the, in some of my, that my story a little bit. You guys probably know that as well. But I listened to some of the great leaders that have already done it in the industry, and just listened to them and did what they did. So anyway.
And that's why
duplicating our upline and teaching our downline to duplicate what we do.
Exactly. And it really is, and it's a process, because every step, and I know a lot of people that are out there on listening to the webcast, they want to be diamonds. They want to be crowns. So
Yeah.
if you look at the process of things, when I was in high school, I went to school as a CNA. And if I want to continue in that, you get a CNA degree and you can do certain things that you're qualified for. You can also go on and be an LPN, but to get to an LPN, you've got years of training yet to know, and then you have another competence group. And if you want to continue on, you can be an RN, and then you have, again, another competence group, which you learn each time. And actually, to me, that's the same thing as in Encino. To get to silver, there's certain qualities and characteristics that you'll need to learn as a leader. And it's the same thing for gold. It's the same thing for executive. And I know a lot of people say, I want to be diamond by the end of the year. I want to be crown. But what do you want to do this month? And learn what you need to learn to get that, and then continue on. I think when you were talking about, a lot of people think that once they sign some people up into their team, that they need to just tell them what to do. There's a difference. It's really about showing them what to do. And I'm going to just share my screen here. I want you to see just a couple things that I've chose that I really think that it's kind of a good thing to see. In regards to Great Leaders Grow, that's actually a book that I just absolutely adore. So if you really want to learn something, do read that book. But a lot of people have seen this clip or this picture where it's a boss who is having all these people, and they're telling them what to do and sitting up there and telling them, you do this, you do this. But that's not what being a leader in Encino is. The leader is the one in the front, leading the way, showing people. And it does take time. It does take time to learn to do that, but you have to be showing the way. They say, show tail lights. One of the biggest leaders, like Arlo had said, for me, I absolutely adore Orrin Woodward. And I find his things on Facebook, and he has groups and he has web pages and things. And the thing is a leader is somebody who people want to follow. And sometimes it needs you need to change. And I love this saying: you either hate losing enough to change, or you hate changing enough to lose. And actually, just that statement to me is a huge thing, because if you don't have people following you, then maybe there's something that you need to change about yourself. Because a great leader is being the person, this is a John Maxwell quote, is being the person others will gladly follow. Now, that actually takes time, because like our founder Orion says, inspired people create results. Being inspiring, reaching for their goals and dreams and helping them get to where they want to go. So it's not about you. It's about helping them and not being the one that's telling people what to do, but inspiring them to see what they could do better. I think that's actually one of the biggest things. Wouldn't you say that's probably, when you get to the diamond level, you really do have diamond, director, crown, you're really noticing the people in your team and helping them get to the next level. Wouldn't you say that's one of the biggest things to be learning?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. One thing I always ask myself, would I want to be my partner?
Ah.
Good one.
Yeah, would I want to be my partner? And where is my head today? So the check and adjust, or check yourself from the neck on up. What am I thinking? But would I want to be my partner?
If you think back, we just got over with the Olympics here a week or so ago, and they just didn't wake up one morning and was an Olympic star. They had to start 4 years before the 2016 Olympics even started.
Mm-hmm.
Now they had to learn how to do everything. It was a 4-year plan. Some of them a lot longer than that. But, so they had to learn everything and to do it better than anybody else. And that's this business too. In order to grow, you have to learn, and you have to learn to be better than everybody else out there as best you can.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Oh, okay.
You're good.
I don't know where that came from.
You need to learn to be the best that you can be at what you do.
Yeah.
And I liked what Orrin Woodward also said. He said, you have to be willing to be bad at it long enough to get good at it. So don't expect to know everything when you get started. I've talked to a lot of newer partners, and they sometimes feel discouraged when they get some no's at the start, or they feel that, I should know how to do this, or I need to learn this and I feel inadequate. We all did. We all felt inadequate when we got started. And it's just about saying, okay, I want to be a good learner. Because by being a good learner, you know the ropes so that you can help other people. And they say that, the best thing you can do is be a part of the VIP team. So what would you do as a leader? In the Express Start, they give 3 examples. One thing is to always be the event ticket holder. So when the first event tickets are out, you're the first one in line to get that. And why? Because you're the one leading the way. You're the one saying, knowledge in this business, I want to grow my business, so I want to be the one who's learning the most. So make sure that you get to every event, and the tickets are online. If you didn't get yours already, you can get them online. But whatever is your next event ticket for your area, make sure you have that event ticket, and maybe for one of your partners. And then
we also have them event tickets at the BPs as well.
Right.
So people can get them right in their hands then too. So
good to have. And so get your tickets. That's one of the things. That's something, again, everybody can do. Another thing is go core. Like Jeff said, some people listen to tapes and some listen to CDs. I actually have some of the old tapes from 20-some years ago when we were introduced to another direct selling company. I've kept some of those tapes from back then because they really meant something to me. And the Go Core series, I don't think we could have better leadership than those CDs. And you can learn again and again from them. I had just listening on the way in the car here, there was Orion's tape where he was telling all the different things of what a leader would do. And I think he was talking about 14 different things or something like that. And I think I heard it 5 times in a row, and I probably will continue hearing it because you keep hearing something new each and every time. You know what CD I'm talking about? Is an awesome one, but they're all really good. So the Gold Core series, and they say that personal development, you should actually be spending at least a half hour a day reading or listening. I try to spend a half hour reading and a half hour listening a day because I know that it does different things in your brain by doing that. So it's really important to find the books. And I think that's another good thing is to find which books are suiting for you. So if you're silver, or if let's say you're brand new, there's a lot of books that you can be reading for brand new people. What do you guys recommend? I recommend Randy Gage's book is First Circle.
Yep.
My ultimate favorite for newbies is Go for No.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Excellent.
For newbies.
And I think it's important for people to understand how big of an industry this really is. So there's a couple of good ones like Beach Money is good.
Yeah.
And then the 4-year career. are also good, especially for new partners.
I really
And
like
90 Days to Win, but Orion's book, 90 Days to Win.
Yes, our own founder's book.
So, absolutely.
And then,
And on a,
oh, go ahead. That's okay. Go ahead.
oh, I was going to say too, one that Hilda recommends is Slay Your Dragon.
Yep.
Slay Your Dragon.
Mhm.
Recommend. Yes, highly recommend. Good one.
And that was actually, again, one of the leadership books that, it is about tackling the things inside yourself. So because it really is, your business will grow intact with how you grow. I want you to write that down and have it in your head over and over again. So sometimes I've said to people, he who has the most meetings wins, because this is about getting the word out. So how many meetings are you going to have in the next period of time? The person in 2020 who has some of the big businesses just in 2 to 4 years, like Doc says, those people are people who have had the most meetings, but it's also the people who have read and had the most personal development. Those are the things that you really have to figure out. It's hands down, that's what you need to do. Right?
This business is this business is so much about mindset.
It is.
And then you learn the skills along the way
Yeah.
to build a big business.
Yeah.
Right now, when people are just getting started, there's so much to learn. Reading and listening will help you learn them faster. But the long-term plan, 4 years from now, you're going to have all this knowledge, and your business is going to be huge because it's going to be phenomenally big in this country. So, you're right. You're going to be writing your own check, basically.
Yeah.
So all you got to do is learn what to do now.
Totally.
Get
And do the work. Do the work.
Action.
Show your team. And as part of being a leader, like I said before, is duplicating yourself so that you have several yous out there doing what you're doing. And if you don't work on personal development, then they most likely won't either. But that's so huge. And one thing that I wanted to mention too was a 4-year plan. If you think about it this way, where can you work? Where can you be employed that you start off at $0 an hour, and in 4 years hitting diamond, be making $6,000 a month? Like, that's huge, and that's a great goal.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with the momentum that's happening, it's going to happen quicker.
Mm-hmm.
But too, a lot of questions that I've had recently, because a lot of people are pushing for that diamond title, is what do I need to do to get diamond? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? Well, you can go out and sponsor 20 new partners this month. That'll get you there.
Yeah.
Or we can help your team and the people that you have motivated now, get them reaching their titles and helping them grow and helping them become leaders, and still bringing on a couple new partners, and it'll be a lot easier if you can do it with a team versus all on your own.
Oh, and it's a lot more fun to do it as a team.
More fun. Absolutely.
Oh, man. Instead of high-fiving yourself, you're high-fiving about 20 of you.
That is so much fun because, and it's exactly that. I think, Christy, you hit the nail on the head when you say duplication, because what are we duplicating? And like exactly what Donna said, do you want to be your own partner? So if you look at what you did last week, how many meetings did you do? If we look at the Rainmaker activity of having presentations, so short presentations for the business or customer demonstrations, if you add how many meetings you had up, or second looks and your startup meetings in the last week, how many meetings did you add up doing? Because if you look at what a leader does in the Express Start, it is exactly having the event tickets, doing the Go Core, and then what we call 4-2-2, and that's 4 presentations, short presentations, customer meetings, 2 second looks, and 2 or follow up, and 2 startup meetings. So if you're doing about those 8, that will continue you on a path that is going to help you to reach your goals. So that's actually what we want to continue to duplicate. But if you're not doing things, and I think we've had people in our team kind of call and say, well, there's nothing happening in our team. And I say, well, are you part of your team? Well, yeah. And I just ask, how many meetings have you had? And I almost can say about 8 out of 10 times they've like, what, they want to tell me their story. And I'm like, well, we don't have time for the story. I'm just asking you for the number. How many meetings did you have? I'm just curious. And many times it's 0. Like, well, we can up that number because then actually duplication is working because people are copying them.
Yeah, right. Oh.
Yeah. So we do want you to know that whatever you want your team to be doing, be the leader. Be the one who's reading the most, who's listening the most, who's doing the most meetings, who wants to learn the most. Be hungry for the knowledge because that's what's going to get you to that next level. And it really does. And actually, I think that's what helps you through when it gets to the struggle times too, is by having that knowledge and by reading. And it's uplifting. Donna, you said it felt like maybe that was like a brainwashing thing, but it's brainwashing you in a positive way.
In a positive way, yeah. The more positive you think,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The way I look at it, you can lead, you can follow, or just get out of the way because there's people coming up behind you.
Somebody's going to do this, and it might not even be, just by continuing on and continuing on. Do you know one of the greatest women in direct selling in the United States is a gal named Donna Johnson. And a lot of people say, well, because she was one of the early ons in her business. You know that she was partner number 4,014. We don't even have 4,014 yet, so maybe she owns 42% of that company now. No, 92% of that company. Woo! Now, do you want to have 90% of Zinzino or even part of Zinzino in 2020, guys?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah. You bet.
What's going to be happening? And so it really is. Let's give this opportunity to everybody. Everybody needs our products. Everybody needs this opportunity. If people understood where this company is going, they'd all be signing in, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would say.
So,
Helping the blind to see. Helping the blind to see. That's what we do.
You just got to get out there and give them some classes.
And we're coming to the end of the month here. So, every time you're coming to the end of the month, set your goals, check what you've had, check your team, and inspired people create results. So what's going to inspire you to get those results? I think we're all ready to have an upcoming year, Christy, like you said.
Oh, yes, absolutely. This is going to be the year. Mark my word.
And I'm going to look back at this exact webcast and say, they said that, 2 years, just 1 year from now, I don't think 2 years to 4 years to be the leading country. I think we can
I don't think so
much earlier.
Yeah.
Keep that duplication going and do the leadership and have enough meetings to get there, guys. Are we ready to have the great leadership? Are we ready to be number 1?
Woo!
We are.
Are you?
we are.
Fantastic. So let's get out there. Let's have a great week. We'll see you back here next week. Let's get out there and have great leaders growing. Let's get out and do the work. Action.
You're
All right.
Yep. Keep it going.
Whoop, whoop.